Ariel Helwani in Chicago for UFC on Fox 16 alongside TJ Dillashaw's head coach, the one and only Duane Bang Ludwig. We are around 48 hours away from the big title rematch. TJ goes in as champion. He's fighting Barao once again. Got to ask you about this week. Some drama, some controversy, if you will. You said on SiriusXM that TJ is the only member of Team Alpha Male that really wants to be a champion. And this has, I guess, some, ruffled some feathers. Do you regret saying these comments?
I don't regret it because ultimately, if you want something, you're going to figure out a way to make it happen. No one trains as intense or as focused as TJ, period. I mean, there's champions and then there's champions, period, okay? TJ wants to be the best in the world, not the best of another organization, but the best fighter in the world, period. So they're all striving for the same goal, to be the best, right? But they're just, he's a very rare human being, TJ, and you don't see this all the time, right? It's just one guy in the division in the whole world, and that's TJ. If you want to do that, there's certain things that you need to do to be the best guy in the world, and I don't see that in everybody.
What does he do?
And not everybody can do it.
What does he do that some of them don't, in your opinion?
Well, you can look at what did Michael Jordan do different than the other guys. I mean, it's as simple as that, right? He was the first one there, last one to leave. Quality reps, paying attention, asking questions. I never been in that position. I'm not quite sure. And I didn't make TJ. The team didn't make TJ. We all helped together to make TJ. But TJ was a born champion. That's for sure.
So now you have other members of the team getting upset, writing to you.
And I feel bad about that, man. I do. And it's not to discredit. Like Lance Palmer's got 2 world titles in RFA and WSOF, and he's done amazing things. But I want best for everybody, and I'm just pointing out the positives of TJ, not to put anybody else down. Speaking of Chad, though, Chad could be wearing the belt right now. There's just a couple things that he needs to fix, and he could be wearing the belt right now. He could be Aldo. I think he'd beat Aldo in Brazil, and I think he would run through McGregor if he was in shape.
Do you think if you were still working with him, he'd be champion?
I think it would definitely help rather than hinder.
Right. So now you see, Lance Palmer is right over here. What's it like?
Cool. I need to
didn't see him.
No, I feel bad. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but I love the guys. I love the team. We didn't leave on bad terms. Like I literally love the guys. Like I felt it was horrible leaving. And then, now I feel bad for saying that, right? But it's the truth. Like, there's champions and there's champions.
So it's one of those things where TJ's getting ready for this title fight.
Yeah, it wasn't the best timing, right? Yeah, it speaks from the heart.
I know you're almost getting hurt for that because you're just giving people an honest answer. Yeah. But these are his friends and training partners. That's why I asked you at the beginning if you regret saying it.
A little bit. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but it's how I feel. Like, TJ is a different human being. No one trains as intense as TJ. Out of Alpha Male or anywhere. I haven't seen anybody in any gym train as hard as TJ, period. Not just Alpha Male, but across the board. I haven't seen it. But I haven't worked with other champions. I haven't worked like Frankie Edgar or Aldo. They may possess this abilities, right? I just haven't seen it. I see it in TJ, and I don't see it in anybody else.
Did he bring this up to you? Say, Yeah,
I feel bad. It's not a good timing, right? But it just so happens to speak from the heart, and that's just how I am.
Is it tough for you now that you're only working with a couple of the guys? You're working with Castillo.
I like it better, and I can instead of focus on 20 guys, I focus on 2.
Okay, so you don't miss it.
I miss the guys, but I don't. But I appreciate giving more attention to these 2, or to whoever comes out, like small mini camps. That's better. That's what I can do. So I want to give the same amount of attention to everybody. And TJ, TJ is my boy.
Well, what's it like when you see, let's say, Chad in a gigantic fight? You're sitting at home, I imagine, watching it.
That's hard. Cause,
you worked with him, right?
Yeah, and again, I love those guys. And man, Chad can be wearing the belt, man. And that seriously bothers me because there's just a couple minor things that he needs to do, and he could be wearing the belt, and it just. I don't know if they see those things. And it's like, man, it's right there. It's this, and this. Right. And you could be wearing the belt. You could be the number 1 guy in the world.
Did you talk to him at all before this fight?
Before
the
fight? Yeah. I'd send him a text, a couple pointers, But the things that I sent him were things that needed to be processed a month prior, to build a quality repetition so it actually comes out in the fight. But, I just want to make sure it's in his head. I did my part a little bit. And I love those guys for sure. And I don't want to cause any drama. That wasn't the intent. The intent was to actually highlight TJ's abilities.
Back to Dillashaw, UFC 173, Memorial Day weekend of last year when he wins the belt. Is that the greatest moment of your career, even though you weren't in the cage?
100%, yeah, 100%.
And they were supposed to rematch in August, and of course they were supposed to rematch in April. Here we are getting it almost a year later, 14 months later. Does that benefit TJ or Barao, the fact that the rematch comes a little over a year later? Because I thought that the quick turnaround benefited Dillashaw because Barao was still a wounded animal, but now he gets some time off. What do you think?
Well, hopefully it benefited both guys, right? I don't want to hinder anyone. I want everyone to come on their full potential and see who's actually the better athlete, the better martial artist. So I'm not quite sure. I don't know what's going on with Barao. I know it was good for TJ to take a break because I know the UFC will run their athletes quite busy, you know, and I want to make sure TJ stays focused because the intensity he trains, he can't keep that up consistently. You have to learn to take breaks and know when to control yourself. So I don't mind the break.
Did you watch the first fight a lot in preparing for this one?
I must have watched that 50 times, like literally. Oh, yeah.
Do you think it actually plays out the same, or two fights not equal?
It can. You know, I don't see much improvement with Barao. Okay. There's improvement with TJ.
Okay. What's the biggest thing he improved on?
We'll see, yeah.
Okay.
A lot of it is maturity, the timing, the accuracy, understanding yourself, understanding the positions, the cage awareness, what to do per round. So there's a couple of things.
Is there a different sort of strategy mentally when you're going in as a huge underdog? Everyone's counting you out, and now
because then there's no pressure on you, right?
Right.
So yeah, that might be.
Do you prefer that scenario than this one where there's
I don't like, I personally don't. It doesn't matter either way you're pressure or not. It just depends on how you handle it. TJ handles it well. I mean, it's a fight. Like you literally got to focus on what you can control, and that's how you react to the situations.
Now that he's champion, though, is he the same kind of guy? Same work ethic?
Yeah, 100%.
Nothing's changed?
No, not at all. Nothing has changed. There's been improvements.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your prediction?
TJ has more opportunities to stop Barao in any round than I feel Barao does. But it's a fight. We've got to stay sharp, respect, but not fear.
Do you think he stops him?
He can.
Yeah. But do you think he will? Last question for you. I saw you tweet to Stitch Duran. You've been around this fight game a very long time.
I love Stitch, yeah.
For those that don't get, why is someone like him so important? Why does he change what fighters do?
Stitch Duran is a true veteran of the sport. He's been in this game for years. I mean, he was in Vietnam. He's been in the boxing world. He has knowledge that no one will ever be able to obtain because of his years of experience. And to lose him, and I'm not quite sure what the deal was. I know something to do with Reebok, but man, I love Stitch. I'd love to have him still be here. I mean, this is a family. For him to be here.
Bang, appreciate the time. Good luck to you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.